Hey guys, it's Nick. Today we have the Desert Tech SRS A2 Covert. We all know this as a precision long-range gun, but we thought we'd look at it from a different perspective today. The Desert Tech SRS A2 Covert is a precision rifle made primarily for military and police applications. As you can see, it is a bullpup. The action is in the stock of the firearm. It has a 16-inch barrel and an overall length of 27 inches. That's with all of the length pull shims removed, but 27 inches is about the size of an MP5. Actually, the gun store that I picked this up from thought that I needed a tax stamp because they thought it was an SBR. This one is chambered for .308, but you can also convert the rifle to shoot 300 Win Mag, 6.5 Creedmoor, whatever you might need. The magazine holds 6 rounds of .308. The thought of a medium range bolt action rifle made for maybe the urban sniper is kind of a fun idea to explore. Thinking about moving around an urban environment, I figured we didn't need a ton of magnification. So I decided to use 0 magnification. So we installed the EOTech XPS 3-2 and I did some running around with my auto mechanic and cameraman Bronson. What I found was that the Covert was actually really well suited for this kind of shooting. All this weight of the gun being in the back, it really balances well. I think that probably one of the biggest advantages to a bullpup is that balance, is the weight being at the rear, because it was a breeze running around with this thing. I did some experimenting with which hand I should use to run the bolt while on the move. Turns out it's still easiest to use your firing hand. When I used my support hand and came over the top of the gun, oftentimes the case would fall back into the chamber and jam. Now before this particular range day, the SRS was wearing a Vortex 5-25 scope and a Harris bipod, and those things add a lot of weight. Without those, this thing was incredibly fun. I was shocked at how much fun I had running around shooting at close range with a Bolt 308. The recoil impulse is really interesting. It's kind of like what a squib load feels like in a handgun, right? You're expecting a boom, but you get a pop. That's kind of how this feels. You're expecting that big thump of the 308, but instead you get the noise and the flash, and then it all kind of dissipates. It's extremely comfortable and easy to shoot with standing, unsupported. We had a blast. Now, one of the downsides that people typically associate with bullpups is they don't like the triggers, and that's just a product of the way that they're made, right? If your action is back here, it has to rely on other mechanisms, and it's just not quite as clean. That is not the case with the SRS Covert. This trigger is so crisp. I think it's clear I really love this rifle. It's handy, it's well balanced. As a bearded shooter, sometimes it'll grab a bit of hair when you're running the bolt, but it is well worth it. It's super comfortable to get behind. The trigger is very impressive. I would say that the only negative I can really find about this is that I wish the grip was interchangeable. These don't really fit my hands very well, but they're molded into the stock. I have medium-sized hands. I think any of you sausage finger people out there, you'll be plenty comfortable and you'll love this grip. I think it's ergonomic, it just doesn't fit my hands. Maybe the A3 will be more modular. I already see these changes happening in Desert Tech. I know they just released an aluminum handguard for their MRDX, so we're moving that direction. If you like shooting precision rifles, but you want something a little bit different, this might be the rifle for you. That'll do it for the Desert Tech SRS A2 Covert. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell so you get notified when we post new content. If you didn't like the video, that's okay too. You just probably won't get invited to the next barbecue. And make sure you follow us on social media. Now, if you'd like some of this kind of content delivered to your door, think about subscribing to our print magazine. We run American Handgunner and Guns Magazine. There's just something so luxurious about that slippery, smooth paper between your fingertips that you just don't get from YouTube. Don't abandon me though. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you at the next one.